InfoWarsStore.com or call 1-888-253-3139. InfoWarsLife.com. Live life healthy.
I began to get into iodine a few years ago because it was helping me and my family so much get healthy and detoxify. Most people know that iodine deficiency has been a crisis around the world. Iodine is key to so many of the body's functions, especially the thyroid. I discovered a product being developed by Dr. Group. You now know it as Survival Shield True Nascent Iodine that your body can really absorb. Then, about a year ago, he said, listen, if you think this is powerful, I'm going to come out with rare earth, deep earth crystals. And the results that I personally have had have been life-changing. Nobody else has got iodine based on these pure crystals, ladies and gentlemen. This is innovating, and the best part is it helps fund Infowars.com, the radio show, the TV show, the whole media operation promoting true libertarian ideas. For a limited time, experience the ancient power of Survival Shield X2. Take advantage of this unprecedented 30% off Super Detox Special at InfoWarsLife.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Edward Group. It took me 20 years of searching the globe to find the deposit of the highest purity iodine available. The new Survival Shield X2 is mined from 7,000 to 10,000 feet below the earth in pristine, environmentally clean conditions. The iodine crystals we use are extracted from an ancient 300 million plus year old deposit deep in the earth. It's the strongest nascent iodine on the market today. It delivers 650 micrograms per drop. Experience the new formula. Experience the ancient purity. Shield your family. Survival Shield X2. Available now at InfoWarsLife.com.
X2 from InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
From the front lines of the information war, it's Alex Jones.
Yeah, that intro about from the front lines of the war, people like to laugh at that for about 15 years. Not funny now, is it? The whole world, every nation state is being wrecked. Ukraine, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Pakistan. They're using Al-Qaeda, Pentagon. It's in the London Guardian yesterday, Saturday, up on Infowars.com. I've got it in the stack. That British government was in secret program to train 100,000 rebels to fight Assad. And they were Al-Qaeda. Gave them Stinger missiles. And then now, oh, we got to take your rights because of Al-Qaeda. Oh, we've got to have civil emergency in the Southwest with the federal government because Obama and the rest of them had award ceremonies for the, quote, DREAM Act kids and advertised for them to come up here. And so now hundreds of thousands a month are slamming into the U.S. and being given free bus rides wherever they want, being put on welfare. And Obama says just legalize them all, or he'll do it by executive order. That's called dictatorship. And I've been saying over and over again, you notice he gets away with more and more. Even if he leaves office, the precedent's set for presidents and the bureaucracies to do whatever they want. But remember, you don't get left alone. It's like selective anarchy. There's anarchy on the border. There's anarchy at the federal government. I saw in mainstream news, what was it, last week, about at the FDA and the EPA, they defecate and urinate in the halls. The toilets aren't broken. They just like to crap on the walls. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's just a government completely at the federal level out of control. And then now you've got Border Patrol getting shot and killed. You got state police in their gunboats that they deployed down there. I criticized them when they bought those. I guess they needed them. They knew something I didn't know. It's incredible. You know, we had a state senator on a few years ago, and then I talked to some folks at the Capitol privately last year and said this on air, that they believe Mexico would fully collapse into the U.S. and that the federal government may allow that to bring in the North American Union. And I had no confidence in the state of Texas to actually do anything. Now they're openly talking about this and deploying paramilitary Texas Rangers and state police and others. The local sheriff's departments have done what they're supposed to, created posses of auxiliary unpaid deputies just to stop the hardcore criminals that are down there. And it's already a war on the border, ladies and gentlemen. A full-scale, crazy town war. And again, order out of chaos. The globalists want to then bring in more control, and Obama's answer is legalize all the illegals. That'll make them all legal. Problem solved. If you can get here, you're legal. Well, yeah, and it'll increase the amount of people coming here. We should be doing like Australia and Switzerland does, only taking the best immigrants, ladies and gentlemen. Instead, we take the low unskilled, and look at what we've turned into. Let's go to this clip of Obama last Monday saying he would act alone outside of Congress. Again, they have a name for it. Hitler was one of these people. Stalin was one of these people. Mao Zedong was one of these people. It's really happening here. By the way, he's now saying he's going to sign executive orders to ban a lot of guns. And even the NRA's warning of that. Get ready, folks. And you're like, well, that'll never happen. There'll be a civil war. That's the plan, Jack. And then they plan to implode Latin America into us and have that be basically the blue team against the red team. Anybody who isn't a communist, anybody who thinks the state doesn't run their life, anybody who thinks they built their business is going to be on the red team, a racist demon. And that doesn't mean the Republicans are good. The globalists have just chosen that as the split. And that's the plan. And Obama's like the new Abraham Lincoln that will crush the evil rebellion. I mean, this is all in the liberal publications. These people are not liberals. These are a bunch of lazy government payroll weirdos who actually think they're going to have some weird holy war on the American libertarian or conservative. You people are crazy. I mean, once this thing starts, you're going to get your clocks cleaned so bad, you can't even imagine the time bomb you're sitting on, morons. And your bosses are going to sit offshore in Luxembourg and London and in other rich areas while everything goes to hell in a handbasket. This is the takedown. Did you know from France to South Korea to China to Russia, they all just left the dollar this week? And that's why you notice prices are exploding everywhere. Do you people have any idea how we've been betrayed and thrown under the bus? We're going to be just like the poor Latin Americans with no future, bankrupted, made poor on purpose for political control. Do you realize how rich, resource-wise, and culturally Latin America is? But they never got out from under colonialism. And we never fully did either. But our little experiment, a little bit of freedom, produced more wealth than any country ever has. And all that's going right down the crapper right now. We're losing everything because you American people, white, black, Hispanic, Asian, I don't care, wanted to watch the World Cup and the NFL and didn't give a you-know-what about the future. And so you were wide open with no political immune system, and the wolves came in. And now, if you don't wake up right now, the police, the military, the government, all of you bureaucrats, the average citizens, and get up off your giant political weak butts, you're going to get gang raped by hardcore global financial jackals that are taking down Spain, Greece, Iceland, Ireland, everything else. They will watch this country burn, dumbasses. And I don't usually talk like this a lot, but I'm talking to the people out there that have made jokes about this radio show for years. You're going to see every bit of it unfold very soon. Hell, Obama might even become a dictator. I'm talking to all of you that work at places like Media Matters for the White House and think you're all cute and funny, lowering the drawbridge to bring down this nation. You're involved in treason. It ain't just a word. Let's go to the clip of the traitor. Let's go to the clip of the would-be dictator, the titular head, the figurehead, the front man of the political correct, militarized takedown of this country.
We've seen a surge of unaccompanied children arrive at the border, brought here and to other countries by smugglers and traffickers. I'm beginning a new effort to fix as much of our immigration system as I can on my own. without Congress. As a first step, I'm directing the Secretary of Homeland Security and the Attorney General to move available and appropriate resources from our interior to the border.
Yeah, and that's to bust the illegals in faster. Again, imagine back in the middle of June, we have video of the buses coming in, and then the Border Patrol giving them vouchers and loading them on buses to go wherever they want. We have the head of emergency management of McAllen admit it. We have it all admitted. We have ICE whistleblowers. We have the head of the Border Patrol tell us what's going on, and the media wouldn't cover it until 2 days ago when the New York Times covered it. And then everyone went, oh, my gosh, the New York Times admitted it. Oh, my, it must be true then. I mean, pathetic. Oh, I said I'd settle down. I have been so angry. I have been so upset about this, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we could take a few million more immigrants on top of the ones we got, even if they went on welfare. The problem is they love the Democratic Party. They have no idea politically. They've come from governments where they're totally disarmed, and there's guys in black uniforms with machine guns that rape their wives and daughters whenever they want. All they want is food for their kids. I don't blame them. But they're going to vote to take the guns. They're going to vote, like MSNBC says, that your kids don't belong to you. They're going to bring in the control freak totalitarian system. Totalitarian means total control. But that's not even the issue. What is going on with the political elite that they would open the border up like this and do all this other lawless stuff and do whatever they want and have us sign on to $1,500 trillion of derivatives in 2008 bipartisan? And where is the Republican leadership doing anything? They're doing nothing. They're acting like they don't know what Obama and the Democrats are doing. Gee, there's a lot of kids coming in. Why aren't you doing anything about it? Doing anything? They load them on buses and take them wherever they want to go and put them on welfare. Man, I'm sick of doing everybody's job around here. But the good news is we've been breaking most of this big news, and we've been getting it covered. And that's why we have this article that was up on Drudge the last 3 days, since last Friday. Feds threaten journalists with prison over report on illegal immigration. And then I have the other article right here where Congressman from Oklahoma told by a federal judge he's not allowed, ladies and gentlemen, to go and find out what's even on these bases. Congress can't see what's on the basis. Congress is co-equal to the stinking dictator. I mean, America, listen, if you want to get robbed and politically have everything you got taken, you ever wondered how America would get conquered? From within, folks. We find the Cicero quote. I desperately need the Cicero quote. I want to come back in the next hour with the Cicero quote. We found it. We're gonna read this quote when we start the next hour, and I'm gonna go try to settle down. But you know what? I don't need to settle down. We've gotten in this position because we've been in a coma. Awaken! Get out of your coma or be slaves! Second hour! From the water table to our soils to the atmosphere itself, our world is becoming more and more toxic each and every day. But it's not just the air outside that's toxic. Indoor air has been shown to have 2 to 5 times higher concentrations of pollutants than even outdoor air. And most Americans spend 90% of their time inside using toxic chemicals within their homes. There are more than 42 million smokers in the United States. Well over 1,000 types of mold and mildew linked to numerous conditions. And don't forget the fact that 6 million Americans live with pets they're allergic to as well. When I began to research these statistics, it was clear to me it was time to start cleansing my lungs in order to combat the toxic environment that we cannot escape, but that we can fight back against. Made with organic and wild cultivated herbs and manufactured in the USA, the new InfoWars Life Lung Cleanse is here in a convenient spray bottle that can be brought with you throughout any toxic environment. Now available exclusively at InfoWarsLife.com or by calling toll-free 888-253-3139. Alex Jones here for Infowars.com. In the month of July, we have got giant specials on everything at MadeIn1776.com. You already discounted Made in 1776 t-shirts are only $17.76. We have the new belt buckles that in only 2 weeks of sale are very close to selling out. There's only 500 of each. We're talking about Made in America belt buckles in nickeled brass. This is more than a summer blowout special. This is a new declaration of independence. But to expand the InfoWar, we're offering the equivalent of more than 5 months free right now when you get a membership at prisonplanet.tv for a limited time, only $39.95 a year. That's more than 5 months free off the regular price. Not just this July 4th weekend, but the entire month of July at madein1776.com. Molon Labe, you can take my gun from my cold, dead hands.